Be honest, do you ever feel like there literally just aren't enough hours in the day? Like you're constantly dropping the ball on appointments or just completely drowning in a chaotic, unpredictable schedule? You know, it is incredibly frustrating to feel like time is managing you rather than the other way around. But what if I told you that taking back control of your week is actually entirely possible, and it all starts with mastering one specific digital tool? Today, we're going to fix that chaotic schedule once and for all.
Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving deep into the ultimate solution for those scheduling woes, Google Calendar. We're going to see exactly how to transform this everyday app from a simple digital planner into a powerhouse tool. We're talking about going from totally overwhelmed to an absolute master of your time.
So here's our roadmap. First, we'll do a quick welcome to Google Calendar. 2, navigating the interface. 3, creating events and reminders. 4, managing multiple calendars. And finally, 5, sharing and customization. Let's jump in.
All right, kicking things off with Section 1, Welcome to Google Calendar.
So what is it exactly? Well, at its core, Google Calendar is a highly popular, completely free web service from Google. It's built to help you manage your events, schedule your activities, including hooking right into video conferencing like Google Meet or Zoom, and just generally organize your days. And because it's cloud-based, you can access it anywhere via your web browser or right from your pocket with the mobile app. But honestly, its real superpower is how seamlessly it connects to the rest of the Google Suite. If you use Gmail, you can add events straight from a message. Or you can effortlessly attach files directly from Google Drive to your meeting invites. Seriously, no more panic searching for a document right as a meeting starts. It is just this beautiful, fully integrated ecosystem.
Moving right along to Section 2, navigating the interface. I like to think of the interface kind of like a map of a new city. Right in the middle, taking up the most real estate, is your main calendar area. Now that's going to show your schedule based on whatever view you pick. Up at the very top is your toolbar, which holds your search functions, your settings gear icon, and your view options. And then over on the left side is the super useful left pane. This features a mini calendar so you can click around dates quickly, and right below that, a list of all your calendars. Oh, and a quick pro tip, you can actually toggle that whole left pane on and off if you just need a little more screen space to focus.
Now, you can easily time travel using the View drop-down menu, which is usually sitting up in the upper right. That lets you completely shift your perspective. We're talking from a single day out to a full week, a month, or even an entire year at a glance. But if you ever get lost, say you're planning months down the line and forget where you are, your absolute best friend is the Today button. One click and boom, you instantly snap right back to the present moment.
What I really love here is that the calendar adapts to how you work. It's not forcing you into a box. Beyond the standard day, week, and month views, there's a schedule view that just lists your upcoming items consecutively. You can even dial in a custom view, like maybe you only want to look at exactly 4 days or 3 weeks at a time. Plus, if you strictly use this for the office, you can go into your settings and hide weekends entirely to free up visual workspace. You can even clean up clutter by hiding events you've already declined. It is all about tailoring the interface to fit your unique brain.
Okay, Section 3, Creating Events and Reminders.
So, the crucial first step here is understanding the difference between the two main things you're going to be adding, events and reminders. An event is a fixed block of time on the clock, right? Like a meeting from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. But a reminder, that's a task, something like submit timesheet or call the dentist. And the absolute magic of reminder is that it's totally private, and if you don't get to it today, it automatically carries over to the next day, and the next day. Right there on your calendar until you actively check it off. It literally won't let you forget.
Let's actually walk through scheduling something simple, maybe a quick coffee catch-up. You just click your desired date and time right on the grid. A little box pops up, you give it a title like coffee, then in the location box, just type Starbucks, and the system is actually smart enough to actively suggest the closest one to you. Finally, and hey, this is the golden rule here, click Save. Just like that, your time is blocked out. But why drink coffee alone, right? You shouldn't just schedule things, you should invite people. When you're creating that event, just start typing an email address into the Add Guests field and your matching contacts will pop right up. The second you hit Save, Google Calendar fires off an instant email invitation with all the details, and they can RSVP with a single click. Also, if this coffee is, say, a weekly catch-up or maybe a weekly book club, you can set it as a recurring event so it just automatically populates every single week. You never have to manually type those details out, ever again.
Stepping it up now to Section 4, Managing Multiple Calendars.
Listen, if you start throwing work meetings, personal coffees, and weekly book clubs all onto one single timeline, it is going to get crowded, and fast. But a brilliant feature of Google Calendar is that you can create entirely separate calendars. You do not have to live with one giant monolithic timeline. You can keep different parts of your life logically separated. For example, you could have one specific calendar just for a Google Suite class, and an entirely separate one for game night or baseball practices. You're making dedicated calendars for the different groups of events you manage.
And creating one is super straightforward. Remember that left pane we talked about? You just look for the heading that says Other Calendars. Click the little plus button, select Create New, type in your new calendar's name, and hit Save. After that, you can click the menu button next to your new calendar and change its color. Do not skip this. Color coding is an absolute game changer. It helps you instantly distinguish your red work deadlines from your blue fun activities with just a glance. Plus, if you need to go heads down and strictly focus on work, you just uncheck the fun calendar to temporarily hide it from your view.
And bringing us home, Section 5, Sharing and Customization. When you do want to give someone access to one of those specific calendars, remember that you are in total control of what they can see and do. There are 4 distinct levels of sharing access. The most restrictive is See-Only Free/Busy. That completely hides the details of what you're actually doing. It just blocks the timeout so coworkers know you're tied up. Then there's the default, See All Events, where they can read your event titles. And for close collaborators or your family, you can allow them to make changes to events or even make changes and manage sharing. You set the boundaries here.
Beyond just sharing, I highly recommend taking a few minutes to dive into the main settings menu. Yep, that little gear icon in the top right. While there are dozens of deeper settings in there, this is where you really tailor the fundamental experience. You can adjust your default language and definitely set your precise time zones. That is absolutely critical if you work remotely, so you avoid that panicked mental math right before a meeting. You can also tweak your default event settings. Getting these basics locked in right from the start is essential for a frictionless workflow.
When you combine clear navigation, strategic reminders, color-coded custom calendars, and smart sharing settings, you are completely transforming a basic grid into a powerful automated life management system. Mastering this tool really isn't just about scheduling meetings. It's about reclaiming your time and finally getting some peace of mind.
You now have the exact framework you need to build a schedule that actually works for you rather than against you. So I guess the only question left to ask is this. Now that you have the tools to conquer the chaos, what are you going to do with all that extra time and mental energy you're about to get back? Open up your browser, start color coding, and make this week your own. Thanks for joining me on this explainer.